is Julia, and I will be discussing the MSU housing crisis for my project. I find this topic to be very interesting because I spoke a few years ago about the housing crisis where I live in Traverse City. I thought that this would be very important to talk about because I will be transferring to MSU in the fall, and I think it is really important to sort of look more into that for students. Affordable housing is increasingly out of reach for many students, impacting the ability to focus on academics and personal growth. My presentation, titled MSU's Housing Crisis, What's Next?, aims to highlight the urgency of this problem and propose actionable solutions. The high cost of housing in East Lansing makes it challenging for students to secure safe and decent living conditions. For example, one of the housing I was looking at had a 3-star review, and looking through each of the comments, there was one that stood out to me where there was poor management and this girl was changing and people barged in without knocking on the doors. And I think that was a really big problem that just kind of got overlooked. And there's girls I was talking to that were already signed into the lease for this place, and I kind of gave them a warning, and they said that they needed something cheap. The lack of sufficient on-campus housing exacerbates this issue, pushing more students into expensive off-campus options. And as you can see in my visuals, many existing, I kind of talk about, or I bring in how the housing and living is just very high if you wanted to find a place. And I mentioned that in one of them, I quote that landlords and property managers don't have any options, so they will increase rent every year for everyone. And again, students who struggle with rent also face a number of concerns, including their rental properties, broken shower doors, broken refrigerators, broken stoves, holes in ceilings, and there's more that kind of just goes on beyond that. To address this crisis, I think that we need to